Hello everybody. Unfortunately, this video is going to be a little bit more negative than my usual video, but I do feel like this has been something that has occurred throughout my channel and something that I feel like is worth being a talking point and making my own video on this. So a lot of you have come here and have seen my school trip, join a group I'm not close to, the reactions for that, right? And a lot of you keep asking, Nick, where is episode 2? And I want to kind of talk about this because it's such an important thing that I make this clear and be as transparent as possible. The reason why there is no episode 2 is because of the fact that I received a copyright strike. Now, some of you might not realize just how severe a copyright strike can be. So I will go through the process and show you exactly what happened, and you'll understand why I'm no longer reacting to the show because, guys, I'm traumatized, okay? So, you know what? Let me just show you guys exactly everything that you need to know about it, and then, yeah. All right. Okay, so basically this is how YouTube Studio looks on my side. So it's basically like the content creator perspective of things, right? So as you can see up here, it says, I don't know if you guys can see my mouse, it says channel violations, active copyright strikes. And it says 1 out of 3. So basically when you receive a strike, it can be one of two. So copyright strikes, and then community guideline strikes. So thankfully I haven't broken any community guidelines because my content is pure as fuck. So thankfully we've been okay there. But if we go into the active copyright strikes, right? So let me just move my camera. Sorry, I realize I'm still covering a bit too much. There we go, you guys can see it now. Yeah, so right here, it'll be like, okay, 1 copyright strike. We received a copyright removal request for your video based on applicable copyright law, which I believe would be Japan's law. We removed your video from YouTube. As a result, your video was removed from YouTube, your channel received a copyright strike. Now here's the important thing, because it's not just like a usual copyright being blocking, because this is the first time I've ever had a strike before, by the way, guys. If you receive 3 copyright strikes, your channel, along with any associated channels, will be subject to removal. And we can go into this further if you'd like as well. So first copyright strike, we remove the content from YouTube. You can complete the copyright score, which is basically like a test or like a form you have to like kind of fill out to just show that you understand why it got blocked. And then the strike will then expire 90 days after that happens. Otherwise, the strike will remain active. So I need to complete that before I can move. If there's a second copyright strike, the same thing happens again. So yeah, the same as the first. And then third copyright strike. So if my channel has 3 active copyright strikes, or any of my channels, so you can actually make like sub channels onto the same account, have 3 active copyright strikes, my channel is then subject to termination, which means every single one of my videos, all my content will then be inaccessible. And my account also cannot create new channels. But I mean, that's not really the main thing here because I can just make a new account anyways. But yeah, so that is obviously a very big thing. Now, I got a strike on January 5th, 2026. That was when I posted school trip, joined a group I'm close to episode 2. And that was when I got the blog, which is interesting because episode 1 is up there. So I don't know. Maybe they're going to give me a strike for episode 1 as well. So that's why I'm not uploading a 3rd video, because I'm like, I'm not risking getting my channel terminated. Do you know what I mean? Like I love the fact that we've kind of all created this community around us, right? And yes, I know there's obviously other platforms like this Patreon, there's Instagram, there's TikTok, which I'm active on, and I know a lot of you watch, but some of you just watch me on YouTube. And the thought of like I put a lot of work into these videos. I think I pushed out about 250 videos last year. And it does kind of suck that YouTube doesn't do anything in this situation. It's all reliant on the company, the copyright owner. So what you can do, if you go over here, is there's 3 things. 1, do nothing. So that's basically what I'm doing right now because there's nothing else I can do. 2, request retraction. Now, I've done this. I've emailed them twice. Unfortunately, the copyright owner just won't, they won't do anything. And it sucks, but there's literally nothing I can do. So I'm just, it's put a lot of stress on me when this happened, guys. I'm not gonna lie, like I was under a lot of stress and pressure. But yeah, there's literally nothing I can do about this. So basically, you contact the complaint. You contact the copyright owner, and you ask them to withdraw their complaint. And well, that didn't do anything. So. And then the third thing as well is to submit a counter notification. It's like a legal request asking YouTube to reinstate a video that's been incorrectly removed for copyright infringement. I would do this, but my reasoning for wanting to do this is different to like what it asks. So what it asks is basically, no, this isn't copyrighted. You know, I want to get it back on my channel, be monetized if monetization was on, which usually my videos don't have monetization. So like, that's not really the issue here. And then basically it won't get the strike. It'll basically see that the copyright owner was like incorrect with that. Whereas what I want is the video doesn't need to be monetized. That's fine. I'm happy to take down the video. I just want to get rid of the strike. I can edit it down. That's fine. But I don't know to what level I need to edit it down. That's the issue. Because obviously I've had to add logos, and a lot of you guys complain that I have logos in my videos, but the thing is that copyright is so harsh depending on what company. Fair use is just such a gray area that like it's hard to know what is considered fair use, right? And you know, the copyright gods did not side with me on this one. So yeah, I'm not submitting it. And you guys might be thinking, well, Nick, why don't you just submit it anyways and just see what happens? Well, the thing is, if I incorrectly or falsely submit a counter notification, they can actually terminate my channel based on the, sorry, I don't know why I just did that. So basically, if the counter notification is false and it's not actually correct, so there is still copyright claimed and like, you know, there's nothing like, obviously that is what it is, then my channel can be terminated just with only one strike. So that's why I haven't done anything about school trip, joining the group, not close to episode 2. Like I said, it's on my Patreon. I think I posted, I don't know how many episodes at this point, like maybe 7 episodes, but I will make it accessible to everyone for free eventually, maybe after I finish posting it. The reason why I want to make sure it's free to everyone is because I don't think it's fair for the people that want to watch my videos. I don't know how I feel about locked payment when it comes to shows. It's a little bit, you know, I like to apply the same rules that I do to YouTube, where it's like, okay, early access on Patreon, you know? So I think I want to stick to that because I know how it can be to pay for so many subscriptions, and you know, the world can be so expensive, right? And currencies are weaker in some countries than others, and I want to respect that, and I understand your side of things as well. So the last thing I want to do is just put everything behind a paywall, right? I know some people do that. That's just not what I do on my channel, and I don't know how I feel about it. Even though yes, copyright is, and I could very well keep this behind a paywall because you know it can only go on Patreon, but I think like, you guys support me a lot on YouTube that I don't think I need to get paid for every single thing I do, right? So thank you so much for your support, guys. And do know that episode 2 is free on Patreon now. Like, you guys can watch it on Patreon. I've linked it in the description. And then I'll make the rest gradually free as well as we get through. But thank you so much for your support. Really sorry again that this video is quite negative. So computers are... yeah, sorry, it's a bit of a rant, but I just need you guys to just know what is happening, and I want you guys to know that I'm not doing it on purpose, right? Like, I don't ever want you guys thinking that I drop a show without saying anything. I love the show. My friends love the show. I want to watch it, but sometimes things just go a little bit negative. So that's my answer to that. Thank you so much for listening to my TED Talk. And I appreciate every single one of you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, guys. Stay blessed, stay happy.